Hercule, the head gasket is blown. I must call the darn raid assist.
Thank you for calling Road Assist. How can I help you today?
My car broke down. My policy says I get immediate assistance.
I understand, sir, but the earliest available slot is tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow?
My word, Ray, I must confess, this landscape possesses a kind of stark magnificence, does it not? One might almost call it sublime.
Sublime, eh? I'd call it bloody empty, mate. Just us, a busted cactus car, and 1,000 flies having a go at me eyes.
You truly have a way with poetry. Yet, listen, do you hear that? Nothing but the whisper of the wind. It's as though the earth itself has paused to catch its breath.
Yeah, nah, you're right though. Dead quiet. Can't even hear the road trains out this far. It's kinda nice, yeah? Bit peaceful.
Indeed, peaceful. A far cry from the incessant bustle of Reykjavik, or Oxford for that matter. I dare say one could grow fond of such serenity.
Don't go all poetic on me now. Next thing I know, you'll be written sonnets to the spinifex.
Perhaps I shall. O gentle shrub of the crimson plain, thy barbs conceal a tender heart.
You sound like my nan after a few too many shandies.
Your grandmother sounds like a lady of exceptional taste.
Ha! She'd love ya. She's got one of them fancy porcelain ponies on her shelf. You'd fit right in. Less dust, though.
I should hope so. The amount of grit in my mane is positively tragic. I feel as though I've been rolling in paprika.
Yeah, that's Pilbara seasoning for ya. Wait till morning. You'll be coughing up red dust for a week.
Delightful. Remind me again why we chose to drive across the desert rather than around it.
Because you said, and I quote,
"A more direct route shall surely be the most efficient."
Ah, yes. Efficiency. My eternal undoing.
don't worry. The tow block will rock up tomorrow. We'll get the cactus sorted. Maybe it'll bloom into a proper ute by then.
One can only dream, though I must admit, this little misfortune has yielded an unexpected gift. Time. Time to sit, to watch the stars come out.
Yeah, ain't bad, is it? Whole sky's just spilling over.
Quite so. You know, I believe I'm rather glad the car broke down.
Crikey, you're getting the hang of bush living. Next thing, you'll be swatting mozzies and drinking warm beer.
Heaven forbid, but I shall allow myself one indulgence of the outback sort.
What's that then?
I shan't complain.
Now, that's bloody poetry.
Hello! Well, in this episode of Finno-Ugric machining, we will finalize the locking mechanism for the sliding part. It involves fitting in the length of the pin that is pushing, and another pin has to be made which is again pushing against the sliding part. And well, after that we can try it out. So, well, let's start with doing that. Okay, now this is the mechanism that we are fitting today. So this actually works this way, that it's actually just rolling this thing around like this. Okay, so when you turn this, this is now it's not contacting. The blade that is attached to this is now not contacting the surface, and when I pull it like this to this position, it will contact. The upper one here, the upper eccentric, will actually first pull this into place, and then it will tighten it down to that point. And that is where we should now put it into. And there is a 5mm drill inside here, because that was short enough so that I could put this together and test it. So now I will actually tighten it very well. Yeah, it's tightened. Then I look the farthest point that this go inside, and then I use this pin to measure where should I cut this pin. It's very simple thing to do, just because now I know that the hole inside there in this piece is ending at just before this wider part is ending. So therefore it will end like there. So I put a little mark into there. Okay, let's use the wide part. So just a Sharpie, and we are about to cut it from, I will leave some extra to it, from there. That's about the correct place. And when that's finished, then we start. I will first grind off the extra from this pin. And I will be using my bench grinder for that. I will put this into my drill like this. And then the high speed, and then we go to the bench grinder. And let's start this one. Now I just grind the end of it away. Getting hot, and you can see from the sparks that this is not soft. Let's take the I know that the hole there has a taper because it was made by a drill. So there is a taper inside, so now this is hot. Okay. So now I will take this away. Okay, it's a little bit hot. And let's now dismantle this one. Let's see. We can see it, the first impressions here. Oh, it's really hot. It's getting hotter. Well, as you can see, we still have something to go here. Quite a lot, actually. Okay, let's see how this does. Let's take it off from this. And it's not becoming any cooler. Oh man. Let's see where we are now. I think we can do the first test here now. Yeah. Okay. So let's put this somewhere here so it maybe cools down. and then I dismantle this. And this has to be pulled. The drill down there. Then I need to take this off. And you know, and this was inside there. And now, if I put this, oh, well, it cooled down. Yeah, really, it did. So now I put this into the hole here. It should go there quite easily. Well, not easily, but it went there. And it's very tight so that it doesn't wiggle too much. I will Loctite it into place. So now, let's see what happens here. It's very near. I think it's good. Well, let's see now. How do I put it into place? Let's see if I can. If I put this first here, and then this, and then put this to the that way. Yeah, okay. I can construct it this way. It's a little bit still it only needs a little bit, just a little bit. Well, actually I don't take anything out from that. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Huh. Well, first time in one go, charm. So now this is exactly the right length. Okay, next step, I will now then glue it into place. Okay, now the next step here is to glue this into place. And this needs to here we have this you see there is this slanted part, and it needs to be direct. So I'm using this metallic piece. I put it into the hole like this, and it will keep it perpendicular or parallel with this surface. And now I will put some glue into this hole. Actually, it doesn't need a lot, but yeah. And this is Loctite 648, should be really good. And I need to be really careful when putting this into the just very little. Why doesn't it come out? Of course it doesn't come out, it was locked, and now it will come out. Yeah, very rapidly actually. And now we have more than enough in that hole. And then, let's see. Okay. And now I support it here somewhat. And put my workpiece here, or this slider. Should be there now. Yeah. Hopefully it is there. I really hope. And let's put the cap back to the glue bottle. And there you are. Okay. Now I just wait for it to cure. It takes about, well, maybe half an hour, and then it's done. I really hope it doesn't glue itself into, oh yeah, it will glue. But hopefully not too much. Well, let's take it out from there so we don't glue it. Yeah, I guessed it. We have here some extra glue. I will now take some paper somewhere, like here, and clean it out. It should come off quite easily. This. I don't want to use any force here, and I also want to leave it some excess there so that it will glue itself into there. Now it's there. Now we just wait. Okay, let's try this out. This needs to be dismantled in order to have it put together. So, so I first put this into here, and then I will put this here. Now it's wrong, it has to be this way. And then I put this whole thing into here. Like this. Now we should be able to test it. I put 2 screws into there. No more, 2 is enough in this case. Yep. Let's screw these down. Now a little bit tighter, not too tight this time, just so that I can see whether this works or not. Okay, and now the moment of truth. It should, and it's wrong side up. Slant is facing down. It should be facing up. So let's try again. And now take this out, and now it this one is really, and now this way up. Now it should. And you really have to dismantle it this way in order to get it together. Well, I'm not tightening these like torquing, just putting them so that they are there. And now another moment of truth. And yeah, it works perfectly. And you can see now there in the hole, there in the hole, there is this thing that goes up and down. Yeah. Okay. So far, so good. Next step is to turn the piece that goes into that hole, and it will actually be interfering with this slot here, and it will be pushing this up so it doesn't slide. It locks it in place. Oh, this is really... So now, as you can see, that's the right side. So, well, wait a minute, this is wrong side. There, now it's the correct way. And now, when this is turned, it first pushes this, this all the way through. And then, now if you look into this piece here, it tightens it down. Yeah, it works as intended. So yeah, okay, and this is really good fit, I would say. So yeah, it works. Well, yeah, really next step, it's the pin here, it will be 8 millimeters in diameter. There is a 30-degree slant on other end, and the other end is straight. And the length of that pin is really critical. So I need to somehow measure it. Okay, so, but that's the next thing to do. Well, now it is the time to make the very small pin. It's only 10 millimeters long. It has a 30-degree slant on the end, and the other end is straight. And the diameter is really 8 millimeters. So, well, I have already attached the material here. It is, well, I think this was 12 millimeters in diameter originally. Yeah. And it, first I will face it and then 10 turn it down to 8 millimeters, very simply. So let's go on with that one. First I will adjust this tool at the end of there somewhere, like this, probably here. Lock the carriage like this, and then I will use the compound and the cross slide to feed in. This is a very simple facing operation. A little bit more. Yeah. And now I will set my carriage stop here somewhere. First I need to unlock this and then set it somewhere that we have enough room here. Like that. Yeah. And then I just set this carriage lock so that the carriage won't go further than this point. There you are. It will stop like there. And then I simply touch here. So this was 12 millimeters. There you are. I will zero my scale here. And then the first half millimeter. Let's see about the feeds. So it is 0.076 millimeters per turn. And well, let's see if the direction is correct. Seems to be. Here we go. So now it will be the next half millimeters, like that. Let's go. So let's measure it. It should be 11 millimeters now. Let's see. Well, I think this is 11 millimeters. So actually 3 millimeters more. So I can actually scale, zero the scale, 3 millimeters. Let's go back like here, 1, 2, and 3 here. So when we reach the 0, then we are there. Yeah, okay. Now let's measure it one more time. It should be 8.5 millimeters now. Oh well, let's see. Well, not too shabby. So I can trust the scale here. So this is the last half millimeter, and then we are at 8 millimeters. Okay, let's measure it now. It should be exactly, well, not exactly, but quite exactly 8 millimeters. Well, it's a little bit over, actually. It shouldn't be. It should not be over. So now I will put low feed, have some oil in there, and take 5/100ths of a millimeter away from it. Well, let's see. That should clean it up. Well, it doesn't look bad, and it does feel really good. And now, let's see. It should be something like a few hundredths under 8 millimeters, as it should be. Well, it's 5/100 as designed. So now it will be, it's suitable, because the tolerances I marked here were like 0.1 millimeter under, and now it's 0.05 millimeters under, so then it's good. So I would like to get this burr off now. And I always file, when I file these, I use my left hand instead of my right. So this is not so dangerous. Like that. And there is a safe edge here, as you can see. There you are. I think it's done. Yeah. And then I will turn it around, because now this needs to be put into a collet. Let's take it out from there. Yeah, there is a horrific burr in the other end. It's because I have used hacksaw to do this. Then I just face this. This needs to go into a collet, so therefore there is not. It's a not very good thing if we have burr in there. I will lock the carriage somewhere here, like this, and then I use the compound again to face it. Okay, and then where is my file here? I will get rid of the burr one more time, and it's here. There you are. It's easier to put it into a collet. So now, left hand when filing in a lathe like this. Learn it. Doing it with the right hand, you have to go over your chuck, and that's dangerous, to say the mildest. Okay, here is now the workpiece. It has a quite exact 8mm thing here, and now the next operations will happen in the milling machine. So now this workpiece, I will use this ER40 collet and well, put it into the vise in a suitable angle. So let's see how this goes. I think I will first put the collet here and then attach my workpiece into it, because this is actually easier to do. So let's see. Oh yeah, here we have. And this is not wide enough, so a pin which I put in the second hole here, like that, and then we have enough room here. And now let's move this a little bit so I can have my protractor here. This thing, well, now it's like that, but when I push here, it will zero itself, and then I put it here on the top. Yeah. And then I will move this to 30 degrees. Yeah, it is. Last time I had a bad oh, whoa. it's not easy to do. No, this is not correct. I need to see what's wrong here. So that's decrease now. Percent millimeter per meter, something I don't know. This is now the correct, and then I put 0 this, and now put it here, and I should be able to put it into 30 degrees. I think we are there. Like that. Done. The workpiece goes here. Because I deported it, it should go easily into there. Like that. And then I tighten it. Then this is a 12 millimeter, I believe, maybe more, end mill, carbide end mill. I'll put it here. Man. Then I tighten it as well. Not with this one, the smaller one, please. There. We have to move the table down, a little bit up. Then I try to see that it's in the center, somewhere there. That should be it. Okay. I will now feed this manually, and the revolutions here, the spinning speed, high gear 600 millimeters per minute. 600 revolutions per minute, not millimeters. Well, you get the idea. And then, because this is an old workhorse, it will squirt oil every time I start it. A little bit this time as well. So now, feeding manually. Here now I can adjust this properly. There you are. Then a little bit up. A little bit up. I take 1 millimeter passes now. And it's still on the side a little bit. There you are. Done. That's really easy. And horrific pour, of course. And yeah. Well, let's clean it up a little bit. Now, the next step is to put it straight into the vise. Like that. Now I will change here the slitting saw. Well, this here is 1 millimeter wide carbide slitting saw, and yeah, it's well, when you are using these, rigidity is everything. If your workpiece is not held properly, it will very easily slip, and after that you will actually destroy your slitting saw. So now you don't run these in really high speeds. At the moment I think it's 120 revolutions per minute. That's more than enough for this. So now I first go to the top of this and touch the top. You can really hear when it does that. There you are. Yep. Okay. And now I will zero my Z scale here. Sorry you don't see it. I did zero it, and then we need to go down. The table go up. Well, it should be 9.4 millimeters. So if I make it exactly 9.4 millimeters from that tip, it will be like 10.4 millimeters because this width of the slitting saw. So 10.4 millimeters. Well, let's put a little bit more. 10.7 millimeters. Okay. So let's start rising the table. 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6, 7.5. Yeah, you know it's 1.5 millimeters per revolution, so it was 7.5, 9, 10.5, I believe. Now it's 10.5 millimeters. And because we need to have a little bit more, so it will be 10.6, 10.7, and we should be there. I will also lock the Z axis so it doesn't drop on me. And now, oh man, one thing. Oh, scheisse. Well, we need to move the table a little bit. Because we are actually, I don't want to climb mill this one. I think it's there now. Okay. I hope. Okay, I'll set the framing better. Yeah, better framing. And well, I think we can now just slit saw it. Let's see what happens here. It should. So the Z is locked, Y is locked, X is, I'm feeding this manually. Really slowly. I don't want to hurry here. There is no reason to do this quickly. Well, and the reason I'm not using cutting oil here is the chip evacuation. If you use cutting oil, it will very easily, well, that's actually already sounds a little bit bad, but we are past the worst area now. Yeah. Huh. There you are. Very nice. Yeah. Okay, there you are. Now I just deburr this and see whether we can use it directly or not. So, here is now the workpiece. It's really tiny, and it goes into there, like that. And now when I rotate this here, it will rise up, hopefully locking the thing. But now we have a problem here. I cannot put this together while it's in there, because it's protruding. And this was actually intentional, so I need to dismantle it again. Now I need to take this away a little bit, like this. And then, which side? This side, I think. Like this. And then I will put this into here, like this. Let's see. This is well, we shall see. This might be a little bit tight. Let's see if it is or not. Okay. Now we shall see what happens when I put it this way. Actually, I think it's very good. If I put it, it's a little bit, and it's rock solid, actually. And you know, this goes there because it's really, when I tighten it, it really makes it so that you cannot move it, and when you loosen it, it loosens. Okay, now I will assemble it to the final thing. I will put some grease into there as well. So, okay. Now let's see. I will pull this away that much, and then I will have here some molybdenum grease, injecting it here. There you are. Then I put it back. The dovetail will be oiled separately. So, yeah. Okay, and now I tighten these. I don't know how tight, but let's see. One more check. Okay. So now it's sliding, and when I tighten it from here, here is of course a handle, and it immediately locks it. Very well, actually. Very good. So the locking mechanism is now ready. Well, in the next episode, there will be this workpiece which is interacting with this one. So it's moving this around. And then the final step is to put the handle here. I already have this workpiece which goes here, and I also have the handle. So there will be an M6 thread in a suitable position. Well, yeah. But this is now very, very, very ready. It locks, and it's really good. And it frees before it starts moving this, which is important. Very good. Okay, that's ready. Today's job is there. Thank you for watching.